Hello, Just Too Good here. Today we're taking a look at the LEGO Minifigures Marvel Studios series, which releases September 1st, 2021, with a total of 12 minifigures to collect. These retail for $5 a pack, and we'll take a look at each of the 12 figures individually. So with all of the minifigures, they come on a plain black stand. I miss the days when some themes would get specialized minifigure stands. But our first minifigure is Wanda, Scarlet Witch from WandaVision. This design is one of her many outfits from the show, which this is one of my favorite outfits, the Halloween outfit. I love the torso printing continuing to the legs, which at first I was kind of sad this didn't have a cloth attachment, but honestly that print makes up for it. The dual molded arms there are really nice with the dark red and the flesh. Her accessory are these red power blasts, which you guys know how that works. Push down here and those go flying. Other than that, she does have this one whole cape attachment. And she does have a new piece for her hair piece right here, which that design only appears in the set. However, the face print is a print that also appears in the Infinity War Endgame battle set, so that's not exclusive. You can see her back torso printing. And she looks especially awesome with that alternate face at the front. Oh, one other thing to note is that all figures come with these action pose pieces. So there's that part for posing the figure and the 1x2 jumper for the base of connecting that to the plates. And that works just like how it did in other series where you can have the minifigure kind of floating around or jumping into action. And that is actually a pretty fantastic inclusion for each of these figures. And continuing with WandaVision, we have, well, the Vision minifigure. And if you guys can't guess, this Marvel Studios series has only characters from the Disney Plus show. So if you're a comic fan, you're just going to get some Marvel Studios stuff. But anyways, the minifigure here for Vision is fantastic. I love the gold that shines through on the torso and the legs there, which are present with the side arm printing as well. There's a slight purple going on throughout it all, which is also awesome because I love the color purple. And that's just some fantastic arm printing on both sides. The one thing I don't like though, and you can also see some great dual molded leg printing, is that the printing on the headpiece there is only on the front and then the back. There's those gaps in between the front printing and the back printing that are actually pretty annoying, and I kind of wish they just continued that printing all around. I also like getting that one whole white cape right there. And then at the back, you can see his back torso printing, which is fantastic, continuing those awesome colors. One last thing to note is the accessory, which is this laptop right here. And this design actually has a really nice printed 1x2 tile there for the keyboard, as well as a print on the screen there. And it's also nice getting that laptop back piece in white. For Monica Rambeau, this rounds off the WandaVision characters, which, yeah, I would have really liked to get Agatha. But Monica, while not my favorite character in the show, I thought her plotline was kind of bad, honestly. I love how this minifigure turned out. That hairpiece is new and exclusive to this figure so far, and the detailing on that is fantastic. You can see just continuing all the way to the top there, and that will be useful for different characters. And then the face print is pretty nice with a not so amused smirk on one side. And then on the other side, she has a pretty confident look right there. Also, the torso print is fantastic, which has some nice side arm printing that I really like. And you can see that all around. Though it is kind of lame that she doesn't have dual molded legs. That just feels like something missing from the figure. Finally, there's an interesting build for this helicopter right here, which is straight from the show. That's something I do recognize. So that's really cool to get that helicopter that turns to color. And the build there, like I said, is pretty simple, only using a total of 5 pieces, but it's very effective for what it is. Moving on to the next show, which is Falcon and Winter Soldier. Sam Wilson Captain America is an amazing minifigure. This came out absolutely phenomenal. I mean, let's start at the front here. So there's a new hair piece that's extremely useful. We need more short hair pieces. That's fantastic. I'm actually amazed at how small that is. Like, when that's removed from Sam, you can just see how small of a hair piece that is. But the printing on the face, you can see how that's great with all those different colors there. And then the torso printing, which has a whole bunch of different colors and different intricate prints. And then the legs, just seeing how that continues there. But then look at the side. Oh my gosh, just look at that side arm printing. The leg printing there. That is sexy. I am sorry. That is absolutely sexy for a minifigure. That is amazing printing. I'm geeking out and gushing over the printing of this figure. All right, so we got all that. But then there's even more cool stuff. You got an entirely new piece for that wing connection there, which connects at the neck. And that has those pole connections at the end there. And then there's that stud in the middle, which you connect the red wing to. And you can see how that just fits on there. And that's easy to remove because it is just one of those corner tile pieces. You can pop it off like that and have that device going on its own. Very cool print. And then you have those end attachments, which are just regular clipped-on flag pieces. And those complete the wing design. Aside from Red Wing, he also has the accessory of the Captain America shield, which is the same one that the Winter Soldier minifigure gets in this series. And for little details I might have missed, we have some back head printing right here. And you can see there's just a little bit of detailing even at the top there, which is so impressive. And if you're curious how it looks without that wing part on, here's my extra. And you can see the back torso printing there, which looks fantastic. Of course, with how amazing that Captain America was, the Winter Soldier figure is just okay. Well, I love this Wakanda arm, which that looks fantastic, the printing and everything there. But the rest of him, while accurate to show, is just kind of bland. I mean, the torso print and the leg, pretty cool designs, but not like the most amazing in terms of printing or anything like that. There is a cool new face print. And it's nice that they just throw in the shield again with two of the minifigures. I think that's good for the Winter Soldier because I'm not sure what other accessory they would have put besides that boring knife they gave him. And you got some back torso printing and an alternate face, which has a pretty confident look there. On to the next show, we got Loki, which also only has two figures. The Loki minifigure is a really welcome update because the Loki minifigures they give usually use the same headpiece and don't have an accurate hairpiece, but getting that hairpiece, which I believe is it Old Man's Luke hair in black, is actually new and exclusive to the set. There's a very chipper Loki looking face there, and the torso print with the TVA design and everything is really nice. The cup even has a TVA logo there, which is nice to get. There's some continued printing on his legs as well, and you can see an alternate face at the back where he has a more stern look and it says variant. Now, his other accessory is amazing. This is Throg, or Frog Thor. This is made like, say, a Baby Groot minifigure, where you have that hand that you could have a minifigure hold it like this. And that's a pole connection. Or you could have him mold him from the under right there, where there's an anti-stud. And it's just crazy seeing the molding on here, where there's even like a little molded hammer there that's freaking adorable. There's a printed on cape and some armor, even with the helmet back there, and some prints at the front. I love the Throg minifigure. And then we have a figure for Sylvie, which the design for Sylvie has an interesting torso print, though the legs feel a little bit lacking. I love the side arm printing especially, but I really like that exclusive hair helmet combo they have for Sylvie, which is a really nice molded piece. I do think the face, while it is a new print, doesn't really fit Sylvie so much. I don't know. And then there's an alternate face where this one looks a little bit more like Sylvie to me. And you could see some back torso printing. And her accessory includes this little, I guess, created green dagger. But the better accessory is Gator Loki, which the design for Gator Loki is freaking adorable. Now, this isn't super accurate because Gator Loki is missing the helmet piece. So this is just kind of like a baby gator. So in a way, that's more useful because now you could just put a baby gator in your Lego city. And the design for that is absolutely adorable with an anti-stud at the bottom there and then a stud at the top. I love this. Though it does look ridiculous having minifigures hold the baby gator. Moving on to the next show, it's What If, and this is Zombie Hunter Spider-Man. What a cool concept. The torso and legs look a little bit technologically decked out, and that continues on to the side arm printing. Look at that. I love that web slinger at the end design. That's going to be super useful. And it's just crazy getting a detailed Spider-Man minifigure because we're usually used to them missing a printing here or a printing there. But anyways, at the side legs, you can see some more printing and some dual molding. The accessory includes this web, which is a piece that they've been using since the start of the Spider-Man minifigures back with the Raimi films. And we do have 2 cloth attachments, which are weird because they're the older cloth attachments, which are 2 holes. So you have the cape and then that top part right there. And those work very well with the minifigure, though like I said, I just kind of wish they used a newer material with the 1 hole. Then you can see some back torso printing as well as some back face printing. And you can unmask this Spidey because they also include a hairpiece and a face print for Peter Parker. That's fantastic because in so many sets they reuse existing face prints for Peter Parker that don't really look like the character. So getting a unique one, which this looks like him, and that hairpiece is a fantastic part usage for the Tom Holland Peter Parker. If you look at the other side, he does have an alternate face which has a pretty scared look. That will also be pretty darn useful. I love this minifigure. Next is Zombie Captain America, which, holy cajoli, this looks a little creepy, and I like that. This design is really well done, and one of the standouts of the series for sure. First off, I like the use of this bluish skin color for that design. You would expect maybe like a gray or a green, but this almost gives like a White Walker feel from like Game of Thrones or something, and I really like that. The face print is pretty gross, and also the mask printing there is all scuffed up and everything. That would be pretty cool for like a endgame battle Captain America helmet or whatever. You got some side arm printing and leg printing, and those are dual molded legs. Those look fantastic. You also get a new design of the shield right here, which is how scuffed up and banged up that design is, which looks great as well as an accessory. And you get a better look at the torso printing, which at the back, there's some more printing, and unfortunately no alternate face, but you do get some extra detailing on the headpiece there. I like how both of the arm printings are different on both sides, and I guess you could also say the same with the leg printing. The Captain Carter minifigure is so well done in this series, which the design of this has a great new printed shield right there, and the Cosmic Cube design, which is a new design for it, where we get these 2 1x1s with that very interesting sparkly blue translucent color that they've been using slowly more and more. What's really interesting about this figure too is that there is a what if set on the market, the Hydra Stomper, that has a Captain Carter minifigure, but you can see the 2 side by side are pretty different from each other. The one to the left from the set having a more blue look, and the design from the set having existing pieces for the hairpiece and the face print. The hairpiece in this set is specialized, and my gosh, does that look freaking fantastic. That's just going to be a useful hairpiece in general. And just look at the detailing all around, even at the back there. Very intricate and nice. But for the torso print, just removing the accessories there, you can see some really nice printing in the middle there, and some dual molded legs, which have some nice side leg printing. There's some great side arm printing as well. And you get it on this side. And then for the back, there's an alternate face where she looks pretty darn stern. And it's just really great getting this exclusive face print for this character. That really fits the character's design. Starlord as T'Challa is one of my favorites. Like, if I had to name 3 favorites, this would be in the top 3, but I can't even name 3 favorites because it's hard to narrow them down. The design of T'Challa as Starlord has 2 new pieces. So we have this mask design right here, which is very similar to the helmet that the other Starlord minifigures have. But you can see there's different, just slightly different designs and a different hair at the top, which I love seeing that hair captured at the top there. But then they also include a separate hairpiece that's entirely new as well. Like, what the heck, Lego? Thank you for that. And that hairpiece, again, just getting more male or female hairpieces, whatever, is super useful. And adding that to our collection and being able to capture different people in real life, I love that. The face print is very fitting, and it's great to get a T'Challa minifigure. We've never gotten a T'Challa minifigure before, only Black Panthers. And then the torso print, I love getting a jacket in purple because I'm a sucker for purple. And getting those 2 blasters as an accessory is really nice because they don't come in too many sets. You can even see the legs, which aren't the biggest standout, are actually really darn cool with some nice pockets and some nice side designs at the boots there. Other than that, not too much else to show, where we do have some back torso printing, but unfortunately they don't give an alternate face. I kind of do wish that they gave an alternate face, but maybe it's just that that hair piece doesn't cover the back enough, so it would kind of bleed through, so I get it. Finally, we have Thanos Gamora, which this new Gamora is really nice to get in a cheap set because she usually comes in more expensive sets. She's missing from the Infinity Saga wave, but this what-if design captures that Thanos outfit, and it's really interesting seeing that on Gamora. It's a really nice print to get. I love that pearl gold that kind of shines through with the base torso and the legs there, but there's some really nice gold designs at the side arms as well. Love those dual molded arms. And you do get a nice face print at the front, at the back, a more angry look, and also some back torso printing, and she does have that double-sided knife like Thanos. And if you notice, the printing on her hair is slightly different from existing versions as well, and that looks fantastic. I guess I'm used to these longer bags now, but at the back, not too much going on with the packaging of these Marvel Studios figures. As for the checklist, love the integration of that side box art design to the left there. At the back, they have some directions on how to build each of these figures. So overall, this series is fantastic because it pleases Marvel fans, but it also just has a bunch of interesting and useful pieces, some fantastic prints. The amount of new hair pieces here is really welcome, where you get slight variations of existing hair pieces for the T'Challa figure or for the Falcon minifigure. Sorry, Captain America minifigure. And those are super useful additions that just give more character to hair pieces. We need variations, even if they are slight, for hair pieces to bring more personality out in our minifigures. And there's some other great hair pieces like Monica's or like Captain Carter's. And then the inclusion of variants like, say, the Peter Parker face, that was something that just goes above and beyond. Or that T'Challa hair piece, you don't need to include that, but the fact they do really means a lot. And then the printing on the pieces overall is just a step up. It feels like it's worth the $5. Just printing on dual molded legs, printing on dual molded arms, and sidearm printing, side leg printing. It all comes out fantastic. And there's a lot of interesting new pieces, whether it be the parts like the attachment at Captain America's neck there, or the part for the mini Gator. Also a Gator Loki. Come on, you could have molded on the helmet. But then again, more useful without the helmets. That's like a double-edged sword, man. My only major complaint would be some characters missing. As with any licensed series, there's going to feel like there's a character missing or two. This one, there's no Agatha, no Zemo, or no Mobius. And I kind of wish just one of those three would be in this series. But with all things considered, I'd still rate this series an 8 out of 10, where there's just so many useful pieces for non-Marvel fans and for Marvel fans. Seeing some of these characters in minifigure form and just seeing the alternate outfits to existing characters is phenomenal. Subscribe for more LEGO Marvel content. Let me know in the comments which of these is your favorite figure, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Bye.